Welcome to the Volin' Out podcast. It's Tuesday, October 1st. We are here tonight to record a new episode. Swanee Knoxville here. I'm joined by the father of Volin' Out, Jordan Montcastle. How you doing tonight, Jordan?
Buddy, if I was any better, I need a twin.
You know, that would actually be a really good. That'd be sweet. You can make the twin like go to work for you and stuff.
Right? Yeah, it would. Charge him rent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
And then we're joined also by Vol legend, as you guys know him as Billy Ratliff. How are you doing tonight, Billy?
I'm doing okay, man. Like I was telling you before we started, man, I am wore out today, man. I feel like I played this past weekend.
It's been a long 4 days
Yes.
for ball fans. It is tiresome, but we're gonna get into it. We're gonna talk. We're going to recap the Bama game tonight, much to our chagrin. We'll get into Kentucky, and then we're going to take a little trip around the SEC because we know that a high-profile job just came open.
Yeah,
this week. So we'll have to dive into that. But we're going to lead off tonight with some Vol baseball. You guys ready to get after it?
Let's do it. Let's take a trip around the diamond.
All right. So Saturday before the game, before the biggest game of the season to this point, about 3:30 in the afternoon, the news broke. There's actually turns out there's no news, but it was reported that Tony Vitello, our adored baseball coach, was taking the San Francisco Giants job. So that caught our attention up until kickoff, and we'll get into what happened after that. But in the days since, it turns out we don't really know anything.
No.
Reports today from Eric Kane were that he spoke to the team after their scrimmage. He's been at the facility every day since Saturday, but he spoke to the team after the scrimmage and said he doesn't know what he's doing yet, or something to that effect.
Yeah, he said
when
something.
He knows, we'll know. But until then, we don't
pretty
know.
much. Yeah, I hate to see him go if he does.
Yeah, of course. My initial reaction was I was mad at him, but realistically, I don't think it's honestly. It would I would probably watch more Giants baseball when it's on.
Right.
And also, what are the odds that we can we promote his assistant coach if he takes the job? We promote his assistant coach, and the University of Tennessee becomes like a de facto farm system for the Giants. Is that I don't know if that could work or not, but it seems like a good idea. No,
I mean, we'll see what happens. I know I've always heard, like, of course, you see it in college football too. It's seldom that a college coach goes to the NFL and does well. I've always heard it's hard for a college baseball coach to make the same jump and do well. I think Tony B would do good. He'd be a breath of fresh air because you don't see many guys in the league now getting pissed off just to do it.
Well, I didn't look up my figures beforehand, but I would imagine between basketball, baseball, and football, baseball would be the only one that you actually make more money as a coach in the pros.
I could see that. I could definitely see that.
All that to say, we don't know shit yet.
No, pretty much. Same thing we knew Saturday.
We won't know until he tells us. I will say, Vol Twitter has been hilarious today. It's kept me entertained. We have fans who are changing their account profile picture to a Giants. They're making their account look like a San Francisco Giants, a super fan account, and then tweeting out why they don't want Tony Vitello as the coach.
Gosh.
He's a racist. He's a Republican. It's California. We don't want that shit here. This and that and the other. It's so funny. At first, I took it serious. I was like, San Francisco would be honored to have Tony Vitello as a coach. And then I realized the ruse that was being pulled. I was like, this is pretty funny. And there was a Vol account that I saw right before we got on here that Amazoned a case of French's mustard to Buster Posey for the Giants, and the delivery instructions were Tony belongs to Tennessee.
There you go.
Vol fans are undefeated.
Yeah. Vol Twitter stays undefeated.
Billy, do you have any takes on that, on the baseball situation?
I like the way he's going about it. It could be worse. You could just up and leave, but he's been a professional about it. And as you heard, I mean, he's keeping his team informed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that does not happen,
No.
And when you do that, the kids respect you more, because you're already teaching them how to be young men and how to act on everyday life. And to me, at first I thought it was money, but I don't truly think it's just money. I think it's more of, that's something in his dreams. He wanted to get there one day. Everybody has that stepping ladder to go places. And heck, Tony, he's done a lot here. I mean, I'm not going to say he don't owe us anything, but, he
really
has outdone everything we have asked him to do. And so now, I mean, I'm like, what else can he do to get better other than, maybe win another national championship or, but getting to the pros is your ultimate job, and the money is there, so
and that's a big
wouldn't
gig.
be upset with it because I truly think there is an assistant that I truly think can do the job. Baseball is different from most of the sports, though, guys. I mean, most of these guys that they're playing for you are mostly position coaches that are doing everything. And Tony just been a great head coach when it comes to everything. And I'm not gonna say we wouldn't miss him if he leave, but I don't think it would hurt us that bad.
Maybe not, but I would miss the fire and the passion that guy brings. He's electric. I'll tell you what really bummed me out the most about it was thinking we've got a coach that wants to leave us, and then what happened in the football game Saturday night, it felt like we had taken a few steps back in time, 2010, 2011, 2012. We couldn't keep coaches, couldn't win big games. It felt like, how we've had this nice little run at the University of Tennessee where we're good at everything.
Right.
Tony Vitello leaving, to me, in that on Saturday, Sunday, I felt like it was those days
deja vu
are going out the door.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I've come around to a little better thinking on that. I will tell you where I've not improved. I've not changed at all, and it's probably not healthy, but I'm furious about what I saw Saturday night in Tuscaloosa. So let's go ahead and get into that. Jordan, take us off here.
So, okay, so I'm gonna ask you guys if I was wrong on my start bench cut, saying the winner of this game had a strong case as the best team in the because Bama looks the part now. I think. I mean, they've looked good. They've strung together 3 or 4 really good wins. I hate to say it, man, but I think they've got a strong case for it.
I don't think you were wrong at all. They look good. That's 4 straight wins against ranked opponents. It looks more like Florida State was just a fluke than Bama was bad.
I want to say, I'll say this too. Their defense is legit. We left a few out there. We helped them out with some bad play calling and things like that. But I mean, still, that's the first time all year we had scored 30 points. I don't know how. I guess here's my question though. How does this loss affect our playoff picture? And what do we have to fix to even be thinking about making any kind of playoff run or a playoff appearance even at this point?
Well, I go first.
Go ahead, Billy.
First of all, it went not exactly like I thought it would go. I know offensively went exactly like I thought it would be. And I told you guys, it's going to be up to our receivers. If our receivers can't make the plays or get off the line of scrimmage, we're in trouble. And we got our butts with the line of scrimmage. No big plays, and I don't know, man. It was just a whole different play call. It wasn't the mix that we were used to seeing. It was almost like we took the homecoming playbook to Alabama.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like.
As if we didn't want to open up the playbook to create things. Especially as simple as a goal line play on the 1-yard line. And it was so bad. I'm gonna tell you how bad that play call was. I'm in the stands. It happens. I get a text from my mom, and my mom said, "I knew Bama was gonna run cover 2. Why would they throw it out in the flats?" I was like, "Whoa, Mama said that."
You're like, Mama
saw that, and that was crazy though because you don't throw that play in the flats like that.
No, not there.
Throw that to your playmaker. You try to run up the middle, or you hey, let's do the tush push. Do something different. Something they never seen. Flat in especially the short side of the field.
Right.
We were in that formation. We had done that formation twice before, maybe 3 times. Definitely twice to convert a 4th down earlier in the game, and we line up in that formation again. And odds are we're not running the football, but there's 9 seconds. We have no timeouts. So when you line up in that formation, you know what's coming. I'm not a X's and O's guy, but I was like, no.
So here's my question to you guys. Okay, you know the situation. You know we have no timeouts. You know whatever. You're not running. More than likely we're not going to run. The play call we're going to have to throw them. Was the right call made and the wrong read made, or was, to me, you've got two throwing plays. You've got time to throw it twice in that situation. As close as you are, you've got time to throw it twice. If you're gonna throw the ball, you throw something only where your guy can get it, for one, and two, if your guy can't get it, you throw the damn thing away. But I mean, you watched it. Dude sat right there, read the play like a damn book. And Joey just was like, all right, here you go, man. Bam.
I mean, he was hickory dickory dock. He read it.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean.
No, maybe Joey could have put it somewhere else. But I still think the play call there was atrocious.
If you look.
It was crazy, man. I mean, and I keep on. I watched it again today, and it's even worse seeing it over and over and over like that. Well, I'm in the stands and seeing it. I'm on the opposite end of where they're coming from. And I mean, I see it clear as day. And I'm like, don't throw that. I'm telling my boys in this thing what's about to happen. And it's like, no way, watch this. And it happens. And I was like, please don't throw it to the tight end on the flat.
If you're going to throw that, if you watch and you're going to run that play and you watch, he had his guy in the back of the end zone. He had the guy in the back. If he would have floated it, it's there.
My thing is, we're on like the hair inch line or something like that?
Yeah. You're right.
I would take the what would I call it? The old Drew Brees.
Just jump over,
something. And take it back. I mean,
well, looking back,
I don't know. It's hard to say if we could even blow them off the line of scrimmage because their D line was killing our offensive line.
I think honestly, I think the way we had ran the ball, we should have ran it. We should have ran it right there.
Well, not that.
I mean, even
we
if
hadn't
run it well.
We hadn't run it well to that point. We didn't start running it really well until the second half.
Well, okay, so here's what I'm going to say though. If you're that close and you can't get it running the ball, you don't deserve to get it.
There's a lot of so I've seen this take a lot over the past couple of days is that I would have rather ran the ball and left with 0 points than giving them 7. And
yeah,
I think people are only saying that because of what actually happened.
Right. No,
if we would have ran the ball and not got anything there and left the first half without scoring at all, we'd be pissed about that today.
We would, but I'll say this: that was one of those plays. And if you guys remember, I can't remember the year exactly. I want to say it was like 3, maybe. Georgia was in town. We're driving down. We're about to score. Casey turns around, go make a handoff, fumbles. Georgia scoops it up and goes the other way, 99 yards, just like that. So I mean, there's arguments for both ways. I mean,
I disagree.
Myself,
I think you throw the ball.
I think if you're going to do that, you throw it twice. You throw it twice.
You don't throw it the way we did it.
Right. You throw one to your near side. You try to work something open in the corner over there, and then you set up for, if that don't work, you set up something. You leak your back out on a rollout and then throw back something. There had to be something more creative than what we did.
My belief that we could have won that game and went out the door with that.
Oh, it absolutely.
I was standing up watching it, because they were getting the ball back to start the second half, and we weren't stopping them. So it's like, man, if you don't score here, they're going to go up 2 scores in the second half anyway. And we just gave them 7 points going in. I was standing up, I hit the floor. I didn't even see the guy get to the other side. As soon as it hit his hands, I was laid in the floor.
Yeah.
Then getting into the second half, like, my faith was a little bit restored. We got the first stop, and then Dylan Sampson had that long run for a touchdown. Okay. And then we got the fumble. We forced a fumble and got the ball back. I was like, okay, all right, we're in it. And
we were trying like hell to claw back into it. But
when we didn't score off the fumble, I was like, okay, this is probably done with. And then I turned the game off when I saw their fans lighting up cigars. It's like, I'm gonna go watch Utah and BYU. This is dumb.
Like, okay, so let's talk. We talked a little bit about our offense here. Let's talk about the defense.
Why?
Let's talk about them real quick, because it's starting to pick up a little bit of steam. Because we talked about it last week. Tim Banks need to go.
Go ahead, Billy.
I'm not gonna be nice this time, man, because I can't. I'm tired of seeing. Sometimes we play well, or one play we play well. One series they drive, we get a turnover, we play. I don't like that. I want some consistency.
Yep.
Of course, if we're gonna get dribbled all the time, I'll take that. But The times when we need a big play, it's not happening. The times where it's third and long, we're not getting to where we need to be. Our DTs, man, it's
not a Jimmy's and Joe's type of thing to me now. It's an X's and O's. Like he's got them. He's got the Jimmy's and Joe's.
For the most
part.
We're not deep.
I wish they would stop doing I thought they would stop doing the setback on third and long and come and make the quarterback get rid of it. But we start doing I call it my old ball coach, the old max package. And it's called Mustang.
Yep.
I don't like it.
Okay, all right.
I mean, we've seen this first drive of the game.
Dumb guy here. Explain to me Mustang.
So Mustang is a situation where you have more DBs in the game than you have linemen. You have like 6 DBs to cover on third down. So when you got 6 DBs, you don't have any pass rush now. Now they can sit with, hold a tight end in, and he got all day to throw the ball. And I don't like that. If you're going to have third, even if it's 3rd and 3, get to him quick, make him get rid of it and make the play quick. Or, he make a mistake and throw it away. And you find a pick or something.
Well, I will say they got after him. I don't know, outside of the fumble, I don't think we got a single sack. But we were getting close to him, and he would – now, let's give credit to Ty Simpson because that dude can play. He made several plays. Like, we should have had them in a safety on their very first drive of the game. And he made a play.
Yes.
He made a play to get out of that. We're after his ass several times, at least in the first half, where he made a play.
I'll give him credit to me.
So we get pressure, but we don't cover. I feel like our DBs are lacking, and that's. I mean, obviously we don't have Jermon McCoy. Who's the other guy that's missing, Jordan?
Ricky Gibson.
Yeah. So we're missing 2 guys in the secondary there. I don't know if firing Tim Banks is the solution, but to me it does look like it could be a coaching thing. And just hearing Billy speak on it right there, it kind of sways me into it.
We still missing tackles. We're still missing plays.
That was another thing I wanted to bring up. We tackled like absolute shit on Saturday.
See, that's the thing right there.
Is that coaching or playing?
That's players, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all right, give you an example. I can tell you and show you, but if you don't do what I tell you and show you, I can't help you. It goes onto the field. We've been learning how to tackle since grade school. And in today's time, it's being taught so much more because they want to show you the proper way to tackle. And of course, when I was playing the game, the proper way to tackle is anything necessary except for the face mask. You grab them, I don't care, your neck, whatever, your toe, it don't matter. If we grab you and take you to the ground as a tackle.
Going down, yeah.
Now, granted, if that's the reason why they can't make tackles, because they're afraid it's going to be a targeting call or, it's going to be a horse collar call or something like that. There's so many different things that go into account when it comes to tackling now. But the tackling that I saw miss was simple things, man, just breaking down and just running through and make the play.
Yeah. I'm with you there, Billy. I would rather take penalties. I would rather the opposition get down the field on 15-yard penalties all night long. But we hit them hard.
Like if that was the case, I think the kids would be more able to still hit the guy rather than trying to change his neck or head or something like that.
Yeah.
And miss the guy because it don't matter now. It's a ref call targeting, and they go review it, and it looks like something that went toward the neck or the head. They're ejected, and then they missed the next half or whatever it is in the game left, and that sucks for the kid because he can't play next game.
Billy, I think you and the guys you played with in your day would have got charged for murdered.
Gosh.
Oh, absolutely.
I talked to some of the guys about that, man. And even when he was in the pros, and of course the pros are a little bit different. They don't get ejected like that. Like the pros now, like I hear my teammate Sean Ellis was explaining this here. He's like, they had that rule back in the day. They just didn't enforce it the same way they do today. And it's like, I couldn't play scared or that I'm gonna get fined or anything. I just had to go all out. Now, if I get fined, somebody will pay the fine for me if I couldn't afford it. But he being the first round, I can afford it. But I had a job to do, and if I didn't do it, somebody else does my job. College is just different, though, man. I mean, I can't even imagine being out there in today's time trying to play fast, as they always taught it on defense. Fast, get to the ball, get to the ball. We need 11 shirts to the ball, 11 orange shirts. We need to get to the ball, get to the ball, and that's hard sometimes.
Yeah,
and I kind of blame that in a sense. I don't want to make that an excuse for the guys because some of the tackling that I saw being missed is unexcusable.
It's fundamentals, man.
I'm just going to interject right here with this, and this goes for both levels of football. All that shit is not for player safety. I'm going to die on this hill. It's not for player safety at all. It's for officials and conferences and leagues to dictate how games go. I'm not one of those NFL is scripted guys, but it is rigged for sure. And college football is just the same. Sports gambling has a lot to do with that. I partake, but sports gambling is a problem.
I think all three of us sitting here partake. So I don't think you're going to catch much of an argument from any of us on that. But I mean, man, I hate to say it, but our defense is just bad. But like statistically, and I've got the stats. I mean, we'll run through them for Kentucky as far as averages and stuff like that go. But like they're bad, man, and they look lost. And I know that part of that comes from having the young guys out there. But like the bickering and bitching and moaning at each other out there, like that's what gets me. Like you're a unit. You are a team unit. If that guy's not doing his job, you got to pick his slack up. You shouldn't have to, but you have to. It don't matter what level of ball you're playing at. They don't get off the field on third down, and that's from lack of a pass rush, Mustang package. Billy, I'm sure back in the day you remember hearing this phrase quite a bit, third and Chavis. And I don't mean to dog the guy, but third down and long, no, it was a done deal, brother.
Well, we couldn't stand it as players, man. Sometimes I would change the call sometimes just because we didn't want to do it. It wasn't going to work, especially with some of the teams we were playing.
Yeah.
I understand the 5 wide and all that stuff, but if we get to this guy quick, he's going to make a mistake or he's going to throw it quick. He got 3 or 4 yards. We can tackle him before he get the first down.
Right. I mean, they converted a 3rd and 19 on their first drive. 3rd and 19. And then went down in 8 minutes off the clock, scored, went up 7-0. Yeah, we went back and answered. That's about all we did all game, though. Our cornerback was our leading tackler, Farouk. Yeah, I mean, that's not good. First time all year, defense didn't record a sack. And kind of what you were saying, Swanee, they had their opportunities, just didn't finish. And how many tackles for a loss you guys think we had all night?
0.
I wouldn't many.
4.
I'm surprised.
4. And Ryan Williams absolutely ate their lunch for a whole half. It was crazy, man. And then you go in, you look at the offense. The run game's strong as new road. And I know we always talk about it, but I feel like the run game on the road, that's how you take a crowd out of the game. We didn't come out trying to run the ball. I get it. You want to take them out early, but
we tried it. It was probably our second or third drive. We kind of abandoned it in that game.
Yeah,
and the pass game was working. We were throwing on them pretty well,
right? But the receivers weren't making the plays, and
we did have several drop passes.
It's just like I don't know. I mean, they keep putting production on the field, so you can't really be mad at them. Also,
you gotta hang on to the ball.
Was Joey just? I'm gonna ask you guys this: was Joey rattled from the get go, or was he concussed? Because he got his damn bell rung 2 or 3 times, and he still just went out there, and I don't know. I think it was I think it might have been a little bit of both.
I mean, like I said, I had to give it to Bama's defense, man. They had a good game plan for our team, man. And well, you know what? I still say we had a chance if we don't throw the pick six.
That pick six.
Everything. It took, the whole stadium, man. It was like.
Well, there was one guy that said that was the loudest he's heard Bryant Denny ever. And I can believe it. I could believe it. That was
just the term pick six. I don't know how long this is going to affect me, but just the term pick six triggers me. I'm sitting there trying to enjoy my Sunday, just watching NFL ball. There's a pick six, I get mad again. There's a safety, I get mad again. I'm like,
right.
But that pick six is going to live in my head for a long time. We talked about it last week. That's 2017 Florida Hail Mary burned into my memory.
It's there. It's there because that you think about it. That's a 14-point swing right there before half. And say the Vols go in and punch one in right there, we may be having a different discussion right now. You know what I'm
14,
saying?
We get that stop, we hit that touchdown. Let's say those next 2 drives go the way they went. If we score on that last play, it's 16-14, we get the stop, we get the touchdown, we're up 21-16. It is a different game. But I really think after we didn't get the fumble or we didn't do anything with that fumble, it was.
But I'm gonna read some stats here to you.
Let me because you asked this question a second ago. I personally did not see anything that suggests that Joey got rattled physically. Sure, he went into the tent. He was on the bike. He had they were working on his neck. But mentally, I didn't see anything that says that Joey Swagular was under duress.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, I just didn't feel. I don't know though. I just don't feel like that was a Joey type of game. Maybe it's just because what we've seen out of him. And I say that though, but he still went 28 for 44 and threw for 270, but 1 touchdown and the pick 6.
No, it don't even. Just think about this here. Just stats that you just said, and we watched the same game. Those are not bad stats.
No, they're not. They're not.
But that's not the stats that I saw on the field Saturday.
Right.
If you'd have told me that's what his stats at the end of that game, I'd have said, "Man, you lying. Ain't no way he had that."
So
I'm not surprised at all. I thought Joey played well, and we were in a situation where he had to throw 44 passes.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
So the numbers don't shock me.
Here's where I may jump the shark on you a little bit. Okay. Here's where I may jump the shark on you a little bit. Let's talk receiving, because we were talking about how well we were throwing the ball. Haley had 10 catches, 92 yards, 1 touchdown. Next leading receiver was Brazel with 7 catches, 66 yards. Those 2 guys by themselves, 9.4, 9.2 per catch. I think, and this is why I say I think the run game should have carried us in this. 14 for 123, 8.8 a carry, 2 touchdowns. Star Thomas, three attempts, 26 yards, 8.7 yards a touch. We ran for 142, and we threw for 268. So you guys know though, just as well as I do, this is a run first offense, and it's predicated on the big play pass game. We didn't really have that big play Saturday.
No, but it was a threat, and we didn't really try to. We weren't running like that until the second half. We abandoned the run in the first quarter.
26 yards
it was working. Go ahead, Billy.
First half, it was. Yes, you're correct, because I remember looking up at the scoreboard, because they keep the stats and stuff, and I always judge the game by who is running the ball the best. Whoever's running the ball the best typically gonna win that game. And I think I remember looking up, it was like 36 yards we had or something like that. And like you said, we didn't run the ball well at all the first half. It was just play calling, guys. I'm sorry. It was the play calling. Calling was so all over the place, where it was almost like, I'm telling you, it made me had a sense of homecoming, as if they was holding out the playbook for the next big game or something.
I think, and I'm going to say this, and I'm one of his biggest supporters, whatever. Heupel sucks on the road. We don't know what we're going to get. We don't, it's feast or famine, and this was one of those famine games where it's like, okay, I think, and I don't want to necessarily say he sucks on the road. He's quick to get away from his game plan.
I do
on the road.
I do want to get into that here in a second, Jordan. But
okay,
are we talking about the wrong coordinator as potentially moving on from? If we're to move on from a coordinator, are we talking about the wrong one when we mention Tim Banks? Or do they both need to go?
Maybe they both need to. Maybe both of them. I don't know. I don't want to say both. I would say we've seen what we've seen out of Halsey for the last 2 years. I think we know what we're getting.
I'll tell you this here. It's hard to find a good defensive coordinator in college.
It is.
Today.
It is.
Offensive coordinators are easier because there's so many hungry guys that wants to show you that they can score. There's so many of them that wants to do what Lane Kiffin is doing. There's so many of them that wants to be dynamic new guys. It's just Tennessee has never been that type of school to be that type of guy to just go get a very untraditional offensive coordinator. Because we truly haven't had somebody that just opened the playbook since, God, it's been almost 3 years since we opened up the playbook.
Yeah, the guy down there at South Florida who's stomping people's asses.
And also, let's talk about this too. A coordinator hire, you can replace a position coach every year and probably not really miss a beat unless they're just that damn good. A coordinator hire makes or breaks a coach's tenure wherever he is at. It doesn't matter who it is. Billy, your former coach is a prime example of that. That wasn't his fault though. They started pulling funds and were like, okay, well, this is what you got. That's a good example of it. Derek Dooley hiring Sal Sunseri or whoever. That was a prime example of it. Of course, Dooley sucked anyway, but it is what it is. And then you've got Butch Jones, who promoted. He had coached DeBoard. DeBoard was not the sexy hire, but he was damn good. And then after DeBoard, he promoted. Was it Larry Johnson?
Yes, Larry Scott.
Larry Scott. That's it. From within. 2017 rolls out 4-8. Bye Butch. Pruitt had a good staff. He had a really good staff. Pruitt just sucked. Period. And then here we are with Hype, and Hype's not made any bad hires coordinator wise.
It's the promotion from within. I think that you're getting at here.
Right, but here's my thing too, and I didn't realize this until I think maybe the Georgia game. Jim Chaney is on staff as an offensive analyst.
Maybe it's time he gets a promotion.
But yeah, send Joey down the road. Send Joey down the road. Put Jim Chaney in the booth calling plays today.
So tell me this then, if we do that, I mean, I won't mind it. When I think of recruiting in today's time, you got to be a juggernaut offensive guy now with the recruits that are coming to today's time.
Sure.
And we're a sexy school right now when it comes to wide receivers. Like, we got to promote that. And if Chaney can do what I think you guys think he can do, that would be good.
We've seen what Chaney can do.
Well, I just don't think I think we need some new blood.
And I think what Jordan has suggested here is a 2025 fix this season.
Right? For this season. Yeah. And it's with a coordinator, you can plug and play and say, okay, but because Chaney likes to sling the ball, and we've got a kid that can sling the ball. He may not be a permanent fix, but I think he's the fix for right now. And I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. But
to Billy's point, every hot coach that just arrives on the scene it's always an offensive coordinator.
Yeah,
it's always look to the NFL. It's your Mike McDaniels, your Shanahan's, your this, that, and the other. The young guy with something to prove. It's always an offensive coordinator. That's the new hot thing. Defensive coordinators are the same. They've been the same for as long as I've been watching football. They all look the same. It's a balding, just hard-nosed, just tough guy. Man's man.
Yeah.
That's your defensive coordinator. And that's what works. But to Billy's point, I think football today is flooded with those young, up-and-coming Cliff Kingsburys,
Yeah. No, I would agree with that. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot wrong with our football team. And when I say a lot, I don't mean like a lot of big things. I just feel like it's a lot of little things that's turning into one big thing right now. And the little things are all coachable and fixable. I just don't know that we have the coaches, and I don't mean it that it starts at the top. I just don't know that we have the coaches in the right places to fix them, so to speak. Because here's what I think will end up happening is I don't think that we'll cut Tim Banks loose because I don't necessarily think that it's 150% his fault. They'll start because Hype's safe. I don't care what anybody says. There's idiots out there saying he's got to go right now. He's not going anywhere anytime soon unless that man wants to, and that's the way it should be. What I think will end up happening is they'll start, if they're going to make any changes, and it won't happen until after the season, but it'll start with position coaches. We'll have to replace probably some. I'd say Willie Martinez is gone. I'd say he'll go. Our secondary coach, he'll go. Because there's not any improvement there. And last year they looked fantastic, but we had a whole new group. Of course, then again it's like, well, we're out our top two corners, but if your coaching's that good, you can work around that. And you've not seen any improvement since a lot of these younger guys have been out there. I think it'll start with position coaches. We'll see how next year goes, and then next year it'll fall on the coordinator.
I don't think we have next year to be doing major shakeups. I think it's this offseason. I think things are going to unfold in a way where we have to do something. Billy, did you have something to interject there? You look like you were holding your tongue a little bit.
I'm with you there, man. I just want to see something fresh, man. I'm tired of being able to call the play before it happens.
Yeah. So here's where I'm at with this. Ever since this podcast started, and I was originally a guest on here, we've had the question: can Hop win on the road? We've said the jury's out for 2 years now. I think that we have a verdict.
I think the verdict's in, and it's a no.
In my opinion, and this is me, I'm closing that. I'm done with that. I'm just going to assume we're going to lose on the road.
The big games.
There's a lot more. I'm not going to call for the guy to be fired. We have good recruiting classes coming in. Obviously, he can't be fired. He brought us out of hell as a program. I don't want him gone, but there needs to be a. So if the question about him winning on the road is now answered, now we need to start talking about what's our ceiling with Josh Heupel.
I think we've hit it. Honestly,
is it 9-3 is our, the regular with the occasional 7 to 11 win season? And I honestly, as of today, I agree with you. I think we've hit it. I think we've hit it with him.
When we say this, we're not sitting here saying he's a bad coach and he's got to go.
No,
he don't. He's not, no. And he don't, because for years, Billy was there during the glory years. 10-2 was a bad year. 11-1, we can deal with 11-1. 10-2 is you're a playoff team now at 10-2.
Yes.
And that is true. And to be honest with you guys, Hype was a home run hire for us. No one liked him.
He was.
When I say when we got him, I was like, oh, snaps. Okay. I kind of like this. And then when I met the guy, hear his pitch and what he said about the kids and everything, I was sold. I didn't even hear anything else. I knew what he was trying to do. And then when he started coaching, we're winning, we're doing all the right things. And see, I'm different with all the, the road stuff and stuff. It's hard to win on the road.
Sure.
I don't care where you play at. Give you an example. LSU Vandy.
That's true. And
look, and Vandy coming to Knoxville, watch how they struggle. It doesn't matter. Like this weekend, Bama will catch H-E-double-L in South Carolina. It's just the road. It's crazy how it happens.
And okay, to your point there too, and we'll dive into that a little bit later. But South Carolina's one of those teams that always gives Bama just fits. They're like they're their Arkansas. Like to us, that's their Arkansas.
God, that's gonna be. I feel bad for Bama going down this weekend.
And it's I 150% agree with that take too, because it don't matter what conference you're in. It's hard to go on the road and win. I think we talk about it and we're so disappointed because of who it is. And we're disappointed because of who it is, and we're disappointed at how we look. Because you guys think about it, 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, we go down to LSU and we absolutely shit whip them on the road, and that's one of the toughest places to play in the country.
Maybe it's not a road win question then. Maybe it's just have we seen the ceiling of Josh Heupel at Tennessee? And I think that we have.
Well, this is what I'm going to say about it. I think this is going to probably be the new norm for the SEC.
Perhaps.
I think the fact that, granted, that's the only way we're going to get over the hump is win the big road game. And that's the biggest road game I think we have for us.
Yeah,
ranked opponents in a sense, but I still think the hardest game is yet to be played on the road yet, which is going to be in Gainesville.
Okay, yeah, we're getting real close to that conversation, Billy.
That's a good point. Go ahead, Swan.
Are we comfortable with an average season under Josh Heupel being 8-4, 9-3, and then we get the occasional playoff bid, and we get the occasional Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl?
No, because I'm not satisfied because the way we got our ass whooped this past weekend. No.
Yes. So would you rather be in a situation with a coach and obviously Kirby Smart's never leaving Georgia, But that kind of situation where we're consistently back to where we were in your playing days, where 10-2 was a bad season.
Well, see, that's the thing is,
I know 10-2 now is not the same as 10-2 in 1998.
It's totally different now.
It's way different. 10-2 then is 8-4 now.
10-2 then is not a BC. 10-2 then is a BCS bowl.
I don't want to say let's get comfortable with that because 10 games we get it. The goal is to get to the next hump. To be undefeated or lose one. That's the goal. Because even losing one back then, you're not going to be in the contention to play for the national championship.
Yeah.
It's out of a question.
Well, listen, 9-3 now will get you in the playoffs.
Yes, and that's sad. And I don't like it.
I'm fine with it. I love the playoff football. I wouldn't mind seeing an expansion, just to 16. 16's a cap. Anyway.
Billy's like, let's give out participation trophy.
We can get into that another time. What I would like to see is us maybe beat elite teams, because we have done that one time in the Heupel era, and that was 2022 Alabama. I don't count the Clemson Orange Bowl. Players sit out bowl games. It don't matter.
Yes.
Bama 22. Josh Heupel beat Bama with a bunch of Jeremy Pruitt recruits. I want to beat elite teams. We played 2 this year. We're 0.
And see, that's the thing. So think about this, guys. We should have been undefeated going to Bama. We should have been. We should have. And I'll tell you this here. Going to Bama undefeated would have been a totally different team, coaching wise, play calling, everything.
Maybe, yes. But if we were elite, the Georgia game wouldn't have been a question. We would have beat them. There wouldn't have been overtime. We wouldn't have been counting on a field goal at the end of the game. We would have beat them.
And so what I mean by that, when you beat an elite team like Georgia and you're over that hump, it is a totally different mindset with coaching, the players, and everything. And that happened with me when I played at Tennessee. With our coaches. Player-wise, we knew what we had to do. Playing the game was easy, but when you call a certain play was different for us when you call the same stuff you call it in practice. And when we finally got over beating Florida back in 98, it was a totally different situation. There's nobody that can beat us now. That was our national championship game, beating Florida. Georgia was that this year, and we lost that. And if I'm telling you, it would have been a totally different situation Saturday if we beat Georgia. Man, that sucks because that field goal still got me tricky. It's almost kind of like what you said, the pick six. Oh, anytime we kick a field goal, I'm sitting there like, man, please don't kick a field goal. Let's just get down the field get down the field. Let's just
go for it. Just go for it.
Go for it.
So, here's a quick question for you guys before we kind of jump into, because I think we've hashed out about as much as we can with Bama. Swan, go ahead if you got something else. You're running the show, brother.
I think that I lost my train of thought. Go ahead.
But that train left the station, buddy. So I'm going to ask you guys this, and you're going to think I'm batshit crazy for asking it. All right. But does that loss in Tuscaloosa keep the Vols out of the playoffs if they win out? And hold on. Let me do this, because let me rationalize this for you. Our only 2 losses up to this point, okay, are to the number 6. Well, both teams were ranked 6th in the country. 1 on the road, 1 at home. Okay. Now, granted, Kentucky 2-4. That's who we got this weekend. No big deal. Vols should handle it. We'll dive into that just a little bit more. But then next week, number 13 Oklahoma comes to town. Then we play New Mexico State. We have to go to Gainesville. And then we close the season out with top 10. You heard me correct. Top 10 ranked Vanderbilt in Neyland Stadium.
Thank you.
So the opportunities are there. Okay.
We got into my what I was gonna say. So we can all agree we're not an elite team this year.
Sure. No, I'm not arguing that with asking that.
This is year 5 of Hop. It's all his guys. This was the year that broke Butch Jones.
Passing angle to get him the ball. That's why he turned it over. Unbelievably, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander with another
Who's watching the Thunder right now?
That's not me. Might have been me, actually. Excuse me. That was my ESPN app. Excuse me. My fault.
Did you hear that too, Billy?
Okay. My fault. Billy heard it. He was looking around like, what in the hell?
How are we getting NBA update? Okay, so this is year 5 is the year that broke Butch Jones. Do we think so? and this kind of ties into your question here. Do we think we're going 10-2 with Oklahoma coming to town? Do you guys think we're better than Oklahoma?
I do.
We play at home, so that gives me a little confidence. I know we're better than Florida, but playing at the Swamp, I'm still not. I've not seen anything that gives me confidence in that game. And then let me ask this question: are we better than Vanderbilt?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I disagree. I don't think we are. I don't think we are.
Now, here, this Vandy will be up to play. They're gonna be so hyped. But you talking about disrespecting Knoxville?
Of course not. I don't think that's disrespectful.
It would be a totally different Tennessee team that you've seen against Vandy.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. But
talking, I mean, Vandy's their offense is good.
Billy's about to spike that headset.
Like I love the quarterback because that's the heart right there, and that's the key to that game. Take the heart out the game.
The head off the snake,
dive at the knees,
speak.
baby. Dive at the knees.
No,
I'm kidding.
That's what I'm saying though, right here.
But
is on paper the opportunity.
We are a Diego Pavia injury from being better than them, in my opinion. I think they're a better football team than us.
Here, gosh, it's still Vandy. I'm sorry,
Billy. You drive up here. We can go up there and both whoop his ass.
I don't care what. When that game comes, we got to put something on the line, me and you, just to make it interesting. I don't care if Vandy loses.
Can we get a little closer to that game first? Because, like I said, a lot of things are going to happen. Today, Vanderbilt is a better football team than we are.
No, they're not. Just because these records, no, they're not. Vandy couldn't beat Georgia. Vandy can beat Alabama.
We couldn't beat Georgia. We couldn't beat Alabama.
And so you really think that Vandy can hang with Georgia or Alabama?
Did they not? Bama not beat us worse than they did Vanderbilt?
Today, do you think Vandy can do what Tennessee did against Georgia?
I don't know.
You know they can.
If they had our home field advantage, yeah, probably. That they don't.
Vandy will have 2 fans. Georgia have 90,000 fans. It'll be a home game for Georgia.
A home game for Georgia, no.
It won't be.
But it was a home game for us. Tennessee and Vanderbilt have played on the same.
Vandy's getting too much airtime on my show right now. Stop.
Vanderbilt and Tennessee both have played on the same turf in Tuscaloosa, and did we not get beat worse?
You saw the outcome. The only difference is the pick six. That's the biggest difference of that game.
He's got a point.
It's huge. I agree.
He's got a point.
That's college football, though. I understand that.
Guys,
that pick six doesn't help. We scored a touchdown. That's a totally different game.
We got to talk about Kentucky.
We will. So Jordan, and I have a question for you.
Sure.
Can we, and if it's cool with you too, Billy, can we cut this episode off at the end of the Bama recap and then start a new one for Kentucky?
Sure.
Do you have time
that
for that
right
Billy?
now?
That's fine.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So my last thing, you asked if we ran the table if we're still a playoff team. I'm going to pose a different side of that. I think we're looking 7-5 in the face.
Oh,
this season.
Who are the 3 teams that's going to beat us?
Oklahoma, Florida, Vandy.
You delusional with that, man. Like
you had too many.
I think 10-2 is delusional. Too many Diet Cokes.
Yeah, I think that's where we're at, though. Like, I really do. As a fan base, I think that's where we're at because I think you're sitting here with 2 of us that are going to say 10-2 is very much still on the table because I do think we're better than Florida. That don't necessarily mean we're going to go win. Granted, okay, I know that, but we are better than Florida. They just fired their coach. 10-2 is doable. 9-3 is probably more likely because if we're going to drop another game the rest of the way, that's the game we're going to drop. I don't think that Vandy gets us at home, and I don't think Oklahoma gets us at home. Being at home are the only 2 reasons I think is the only reason I think neither one of those teams get us. Granted,
Neyland Stadium is the only thing that gives me hope in both of those games.
Billy, you got something on this?
Billy's mad at me.
Billy
is upset with me. And I get it. I know that 10-2 is on the table, Jordan, but 7-5 is on the same damn table.
It is. But granted, though, we're not talking Last Supper here, Swan. We're not breaking bread with everybody, okay? You're like, here, you get a win, you get a win, you get a win. Come on now.
Yeah, y'all got to consider the era of Tennessee football that
I get what you're saying, though. I do. And I don't
come from.
I'm not going to say that you're wrong, but you're wrong.
Now,
I mean, anything can happen.
let me ask though, if 7-5 does happen, if we lose those 3 games, then is it time to shake some shit up?
I mean, it will change some stuff up.
It's going to, whether we think it is or not. It's going to.
We can go 10-2. I think things are going to change regardless.
And to me, that speaks a lot of the culture that Hype has built since he's been here. I think he knows. We can sit here and we can talk about how bad he is on the road all we want to, and it don't necessarily mean he's a bad coach. Whether he's suiting up in Knoxville or suiting up in the Rose Bowl, playing Nico, it don't matter.
I don't think he's a bad coach.
Right? No. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah, and the changes I'm talking about are not there. It's just honestly,
he's built the culture.
We need to change the most. We don't need to be expecting playoff bursts every year.
Well, you know how it goes, man. And Billy will tell you this too. You get that natty, you get that playoff berth. You think every year it's coming, and it doesn't matter. We knew for 15 years we sucked hind tit, and we still expected every year 10-2, whether we knew it was going to happen or not, or whatever. I'm one of them, but I also wasn't like, 10-2. If we're not 10-2, you got to fire his ass. You can't do that.
I guess I wish you guys understood this. One game don't determine how good this team can be. You saying that they just lost that game. That was not the same Tennessee team that we saw that played against Georgia.
That's true, Billy.
Like for instance, I just can't think like that because I from a player's point, I ain't no way you're gonna send it to me because I lost on the road. I'm gonna lose another road. No, that's not how it works, man. I mean, you ain't not like you like. I can't take the whole Vandy thing is what's got me. That's
he's pissed.
I know.
He's madder than a homeless man on house arrest right
Billy,
now.
I do. Man, Billy, I do understand that. I know that we can be. It's October 21st. We can be a totally different team on November 20th.
It's the same team. It don't change. It's just
you were just saying we could be better. Or we could be a different team.
It doesn't. The team doesn't change. It's like no.
Okay. So we can't get better.
Boys. Here. The play calling needs to get better. The kids are not going to get
What he's saying is the players aren't going to get better. It's the coaches that have to get better, I think. He's saying
we can be a different.
I think what Billy's saying
we can look different in a month. I've seen Tennessee teams do that too. I think of Dooley's first year.
Are they going to put Smokey Gray on or something?
I don't know.
That's the only change they can make.
That's the New Mexico State game.
I'm okay. So
making sure that one goes
2009, Lane Kiffin. We look like shit first half of the year. Second half, we look good. 2010, Derek Dooley's first year. We look like shit the first half of the year. Looked pretty good the second half. Jeremy Pruitt, 2019. We looked awful. We lost to Georgia State. Ended on a 7-game win streak. We can look different in a month, but I'm gauging it off of what we've seen to this point. Do you understand? Does that make sense?
We've lost to number 1, to Georgia, and to number 4, Alabama. You judging that? That is.
Yeah, I'm judging that. I want to be Georgia and Alabama.
I guess it's here. Why do we punish the Tennessee Vols worse than we punish any other team when they lose a game?
Because it's our team. That's what we do.
Yeah, but I'm saying you got to be realistic about things. Like, ain't no way you're going to tell me that.
I feel like 7-5 is realistic.
Vandy, because Vandy is playing better football right now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Boys.
I feel like that's totally rational.
Let's get down to it right here, right now.
I know, man.
Okay, here. Let's settle this right now.
Yeah.
2 questions, real quick. Vols win out. Yes or no? Playoffs.
No.
There's too many good teams out there.
All right.
We would have lost one game to be now part of that.
Well, let's say the thing too is like we're going to get screwed in the name of like we would get screwed over by people. People would put Bama, Texas, Georgia. If we all have 2 losses. Texas would get.
Let's say this.
We all know. We all know that. We all know he is the redheaded fucking stepchild. We will get hosed. If we win out, that'd be awesome. But if we don't get to Atlanta, if we don't, there's too many good teams out there. They would give it to some darling. Like the team I said was good last week, Texas Tech, with 2 losses.
We all know though. It's that time of the year where the craziness starts happening. Okay. We all know that somebody, more than one somebody, is going to lose to somebody that they shouldn't.
Sure.
It's that time of the year.
It could be us.
As long as Tennessee, yeah, it could be. And that's what I was going to say. As long as it's not Tennessee, then I think we're good. So I'm going to say 10-2 will get us in.
I would say
next question.
Go ahead.
Next question. Which is more likely, 10-2, 9-3, or 7-5?
Why'd you skip 8-4?
Because 8-4 is not happening. It's
9-3,
10-2,
most likely 10-2.
Most likely
9-3, 7-5.
Because I'm about to make you go against what you just said, and I don't think you're going to say 7-5.
That's why you got rid of 8-4. Because I would say most likely would be 8-4.
I'll say there's
9. Billy says 9-3.
9-3.
I would say most likely, yeah, 9.
Okay. And the reason I skipped 8-4 is because if you're going to say there's 2 teams likely to beat us, there's going to be 3 teams that you're going to say are likely to beat us too. I don't think that there's 3 teams left on this football schedule that's going to beat us. 9-3. I agree with you guys. 9-3 is probably the likeliest of all of them because we all know how long it's been since we went down to the swamp and won.
10-2 means we need to beat Oklahoma, Vanderbilt, and Florida.
And 2 out of those 3,
that's a tall
I love
order.
our chances.
That's a tall order, and I don't think that's irrational.
It's not.
We would have to go 3-0 against those 3 teams, and we could do it.
A Florida loss keeps us out of the playoffs. No questions asked.
I think Oklahoma is the only one that's left on the schedule that I think has enough talent that's equal to us or more. And that's the only team that I think that will give us that game that I'm thinking that we can lose. But being that it's in Neyland Stadium, that's what gives me the chance to say that we will win. That's my only loss if it is a loss. The rest of them, I'm not counting a loss. Because if we lose, let's say we lose Oklahoma, we're not losing anymore.
I could see that.
I could see it. I really do.
Any scenario
I think
now,
that is the best of those 3 teams. It's the best team that we're going to play the rest of the year.
Because they're loaded. They are loaded. I'm serious. They are.
Any scenario that any of the 3 of us, it could be wild, it could be whatever. Any of the 3 scenarios that we throw out there right now are possible. I mean, we're what, 5-1, right? 5-2 right now. Hell, 6-6 could. I mean, 6-6 could happen. Worst case scenario. I'm not saying it will.
Right?
I'm not saying it will.
Who are the games we're missing? Out of the 3 aforementioned games, it's Kentucky
and New Mexico State. And those are the 2 that we're counting as wins. And
yeah, we're counting.
It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But
crazy shit could happen.
Yeah.
But
yeah, we're not going to talk about it.
It's not going to. I will say, look, think about how the wheels fell off of that 2016 team after the Bama game.
The wheels, I think, fell off well before that. Bama just come in and went ahead and just said, all right, we're just going to go ahead and take the body off the frame. And we saw from there what it was.
I disagree. I think that coming out of the Texas A&M loss, there was still hope. Like, we played well in that game, and then we went. Bama came here and beat the brakes off of us.
Right.
And then we had a bye week and went to South Carolina and lost.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I think the wheels kind of came off the week of the Texas A&M game. We seen what should have been, and then Jalen Hurd sat out the rest of the season.
He sat out that game. It did anyway.
Either way, we seen what we should have been. Texas A&M game that year.
It is here there. All those teams that you guys are talking about are nowhere near as talent as this team is right now.
Yeah, he's right there.
Talent all over the field back then. There were some good guys on those teams, but there was not collectively talented, what I call competing, being able to compete every game where it's 50-50. Like right now,
I would agree with that.
We are, every game that we're going to play this season,
we're going to be in
50.
And I think we're more well coached.
We're outside where
I think we have
we're going to be a twin underdog.
Yeah. And we have a better man in charge than Butch Jones.
You know,
I'm not comparing Butch to Heupel.
And when you're losing, the teams that you play against, they think that you can beat you now. When you're winning, they're like, man, them boys good, man. They hearing all that talk. Man, you hear about the receiver, man? You see Bishop, he running all over the place. They're talking about us. Back then, they was talking about us as stat teams. When Vanny was talking crap to us and they beat us, oh my God. Oh,
Billy's still riding that train.
It's different now, guys. We got kids that can compete now.
We have kids that can compete, and we have coaches that can compete. There's not a game. It don't matter. While Heupel is here, unless something drastic happens, while Heupel is here, there is not going to be a game 1 pop up on our schedule where I feel like we can say that's a definite loss. we're going to be in that
Yeah,
game.
and
I
don't suspect that we'll lose any games that we shouldn't.
Right.
I've not seen a single game in Heupel's tenure that we should have won but didn't. South Carolina being the one outlier.
Thanks, Connor Stallions.
Yeah. That's all Michigan's fault.
Yeah.
We blame
it.
It is. We blame
all day
Michigan.
long.
Jordan, let's put and I'll take Heupel over the head coach of any of those three teams I said that we could get. Over Venables, over whoever Florida's got.
And I'm going to just tell you, Bama and Randy losing Saturday.
Whoa. Okay. All right. We'll talk turkey here in a second. Jordan, let's put a bow on this one and then record a second one for this week.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's end this one with a go damn Vols.
Go!
I'm the only one that's going to do it.
I do not give a damn about the entire state of Alabama. I never will. I don't care. They could beat us for the rest of my life. I'll never give a fuck about that state.
Okay.
Yeah. I still can't believe we lost like that though. That's the pissed me off. What it was worse than the score really was, man.
It feels like it. It feels like I'm hurt to this very moment. It's been 4 days. I'm hurt.
It was bad. I mean, yes, it looked like we was in it, but I'm telling you, all the way up until we got to the goal line, it was it wasn't pretty.
No, it wasn't. Yeah, but still, to hell with Alabama. I'll never set foot in that state for the rest of my entire life. While 75% of them are going to come up here to vacation. It's a dog shit state. I don't care how good their football team is. They can go to hell and go Vols.
And Bama, the closer to Ken, the deeper in.
That's right.